Dette er en frisbee. Frisbee-feberen er nået til Danmark. Det er en af de ting, vi skal beskæftige os med i sportshjørnet, og vi skal senere kigge på forberedelserne til årets Tour de France. Cykelløbet, der er i fuld gang. Men først frisbee. Hvad er egentlig frisbee for noget?
Ja, frisbee er en sportsgren af meget ung dato, som spreder sig for øjeblikket med stor hast. Det hele startede omkring 1948, hvor studenter på en kagefabrik i USA gik og legede med kageformene i frokostpausen. Og så var der en ingeniør, som havde beskæftiget sig med det på andet plan, som tog ideen op, og siden blev det så gjort til et legetøj for alle og enhver. Og så senere hen i 1900, omkring 62, tror jeg det var, der stiftede man det internationale frisbeeforbund. Og det er så vokset og vokset for hvert år, der er gået.
Nu har I også stiftet Dansk Frisbeeforbund. Hvor mange medlemmer har I?
Ja, vi har på nuværende tidspunkt kun omkring 100, men vi har en medlemstilgang på et sted mellem 3 og 5 medlemmer hver evig eneste dag.
Hvordan spiller man frisbee?
Ja, frisbeesporten er meget, meget varieret. Man kan spille det alene, sådan set. Man kan være 2 mand, man kan være 5 mand, man kan være 7, man kan være en familie. Grene, der findes længdekast, præcisionskast. Der findes frisbee-golf, hvor man erstatter frisbeen med en golfkuglen med en frisbee, og man erstatter hullet med en kurv. Der findes noget, der hedder double disc court. Der findes et spil, hvor det gælder om at holde frisbeen i luften så længe som overhovedet muligt. Jeg kunne næsten blive ved, fordi sporten og spillet udvikler sig hele tiden.
Verdensmesterskaberne i 1977 foregik i Californien på Rose Bowl Stadion i Pasadena. Vi skal se en film fra de begivenheder.
This is Lynn Shackelford at the World Frisbee Championships at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. With me is Dan Roddick, a former champion, now the director of the International Frisbee Association. Dan, exactly what makes a Frisbee stay in the air?
Well, basically, what we have is a rotating wing. A Frisbee that's not spinning won't fly. It will drop. As it spins, it flies.
Today we're going to see players throwing them in all different kinds of ways. What are some of the different kind of grips that you would use in throwing a Frisbee?
Well, that's one of the exciting things about Frisbee, that with a ball you're rather limited in the ways you can deliver it. With a Frisbee, you can go with a thumber grip, you can go with a backhand grip, you can go with a sidearm grip, all the different deliveries. You can go with the backhand goes across the body as in a tennis stroke. The sidearm is a flick going out, overhand wrist flip coming over the top. That's one of the advantages, that there are almost an infinite number of ways to deliver it.
Okay, Dan, we talked about what a Frisbee is, what you can do, and how you can throw it. Now let's see these players put them together out there on the field and see what they can do with it.
All right. Here's a maximum time aloft throw.
Well, what would be considered a good time in this event?
10 seconds, something like that. The world record's 15 seconds. There's a good one-handed catch.
There's participants today here at the Rose Bowl from several different countries.
Yes, we have the Japanese, the Swedes, the English, the Canadian champions, and also, of course, the people from the United States. There's a throw, run, and catch attempt.
All right, check that out.
Pretty good one. Some of the good ones are over 200 feet, Lynn.
And of course, for it to count, it must be caught with one hand.
Right. There's Monica Liu in the women's distance. She's taken that event, I think this will be the third time. Great throw. There's a side arm throw from Victor Malafronte. That's one of the great sidearms.
This would be an example of how you get your lower body into it, as well as a good wrist snap, I suppose.
Right. There's a lot of body turn in it. That's a backhand from the distance winner, Joe Youngman. Two basic approaches to the distance throw.
And here, with the use of a good lower body, good wrist snap, and the wind, he throws it over 300 feet.
Yeah, that looks like it's well over 300. Quite a throw.
And quite a crowd here today at the Rose Bowl, over 50,000. The bowl was over half full.
The accuracy event, Lynn, 7 sights, 4 throws from each sight. Takes curves and straight shots. A long strike from John Kirkland, and he wins it.
I suppose the closest thing to violence in Frisbee competition would be the guts competition.
I guess that's true. It is a violent game. It's a very heavily ceremonial game. That is, you will see the thrower psyching out the opposing catchers. It's traveling at 90 miles an hour or better. On the catching end, the velocity is just incredible. It takes lightning reactions.
And the rules are that you can only catch it with one hand, right?
One hand clean. No traps, no 2 hands.
But you can tip it to a teammate.
Yes, you can. We've got the library bar versus the World All-Star team.
Okay, let's see who has the most guts.
And the All-Stars take it.
I just can't imagine standing still when that Frisbee's coming right at you.
That's why they call it guts.
Frisbee golf?
That's right. It's a 180-degree dogleg.
Well, it looks like it's tough enough just coming right out of that tunnel.
It is.
Staying in the fairway.
It is, and the placement on this shot is very important. Oh, that just nicked the tree. There's the hole, but you have to go around the tree and then back to the hole.
So he's going to have to curve the Frisbee with this throw.
Going to use a roller. That'll pull it in really tightly for him. That's a nice shot. Really nice. Peter's got about the same situation. Uses a sidearm curve.
Oh, he hit the tree.
That's cutting it very closely.
They're both flying too, and they both have straight approach shots, but they're long ones.
Good shot here.
Nice! Get it off!
Off the sidewalk, puts him right in really close.
Nice shot!
It's tough for Mark to get inside of that shot.
Here it comes.
Nice shot. Big curve. Very reliable shot.
So they can hole out from there and each get to par fours.
That drop in will give Mark Horn the world golf title over Peter Blurn. Good round.
While Frisbee is essentially an individual sport, we now have evolved into a team sport of a game called Ultimate. 7 players on each side, and I suppose that there are the skills of football, soccer, lacrosse, and basketball all involved.
It is a combination. At a certain point, it stands by itself in that it is like no other game, really.
Our game today is going to be pitting Santa Barbara against Penn State, 2 of the best teams around.
Yes, they are. They've both won their national championship on either side of the country. It's the first time we've had a real national championship, an opportunity to get the best teams from each coast together. I think we're going to see a fantastic game here, mainly because they represent different styles of play. They've never met before. I look for real battle.
All right, here we go. Penn State's in the dark jerseys. Santa Barbara's in the gold. And Dan, once you have the Frisbee, you can outrun with it, right?
That's right, except for bringing it up to the out-of-bounds lines.
There's a turnover. Santa Barbara takes possession.
That's right. They go on offense immediately, and Penn State has to go immediately on defense. Boy, those turnovers will kill you in close to your goal like that.
Penn State on the attack, trying to use short, crisp passes now. He's got it. That's a goal for Penn State.
I think we'll see a little different offensive flow from Santa Barbara here.
By Santa Barbara before the Penn State defense is set. That's the way it's supposed to be done.
That's really effective. It's difficult to stop.
A little bit of a loose defense now by Penn State. A lot of people open.
Perfect lead. Perfect shot.
Oh, there's the long bomb. Oh, I've been waiting for that.
You'll see some of that. It keeps the defense very loose. They have to defend against the long one.
Santa Barbara on the attack now.
Penn State defense is stiffening here. Oh, was on his hands.
Penn State takes control.
Great effort.
Oh, I thought he'd overthrown it.
That won't be enough for Penn State, though, and Santa Barbara takes the national title.
Dan Roddick, in watching freestyle and being around the players, I get the impression that that's the event that they really enjoy.
Well, I think it comes from two things. One, it's the end that most people get into the sport initially through. They go to the beach, they start to play back and forth. Pretty soon they're doing a couple of trick catches. The other thing is that it is the most open-ended of everything we have. That total creativity, that's the amazing thing about freestyle Frisbee. And there are just so many, it's just an infinite number of possibilities.
Okay, it's creativity, and then I suppose it's how well you pull off the degree of difficulty of the thing that you're trying to do, whether it's throwing or catching.
That's what makes the champion. As you'll see in the finals that we have here today, it's a matter of execution, a matter of difficulty, a matter of variety, and that's what the pairs are judged upon. This is the open final, Lynn. We have the best teams in the world. We should see some hot moves.
Look, Dan, 50,000 people are on their feet. They love these guys.
The Velasquez brothers, it's amazing the way they turn on for the crowd.
Dan, it seems like wherever you are and you see a Frisbee at the park or at the beach, you always see a dog chasing it, and it's evolved now into a competition where we have the World Canine Catch and Fetch Championship.
That's right. This year is the first opportunity that dog owners have had to really show off the skills of their Frisbee catching dog in a national format. It's the kind of thing that you discover these dynamite dogs off in some little back place. 500 cities have fed into this contest. We have them coming up to challenge Ashley Whippet, the world champion for a number of years in canine Frisbee. I think he's going to meet some dogs today that could shake him up a little bit.
Ashley Whippet grabs the title in the Catch and Fetch Championship.
He is really something special, Lynn. A real crowd pleaser.
They love him here at the Rose Bowl.
Has taken her second World Women's Frisbee Championship, and John Kirkland, the overall world title. Lynn, the 1977 World Frisbee Championships.
I've seen some great action and some extraordinary athletes as well. And I look forward to a lot more Frisbee competition in the future.
Lynn, we were happy to have you with us, and we all look forward to more Frisbee action.
Nu har vi set, hvor gode amerikanerne er til at spille frisbee. Hvor gode er danskerne?
Vi er jo langt fra den standard, som amerikanerne har, men vi håber at nå den i løbet af nogle år. Og jeg tror, chancerne er store, blandt andet fordi, at det er et spil, hvor man meget let dygtiggør sig, hvis man bare øver en lille smule.
Så hvorfor er der forskel på størrelserne og vægten og sådan noget?
Det afhænger lidt af, hvilken disciplin inden for sporten man vil dyrke. Jeg kan for eksempel vise, at en frisbee som denne her bruges til den disciplin, der hedder maksimum tid i luften. Det er en meget let frisbee, ikke? En frisbee som denne her bruges enten til længdekast eller til det spil, der hedder gods med femmandshold. Frisbee som denne her bruges til freestyle, hvor vi ser de jonglerer med den på de mest utrolige måder. Og sådan har de alle sammen, alt efter vægt og form, har de en tilpasning til den enkelte gren.
Ja. Jeg synes, at vi skal slutte en gang med at se dig kaste. Og så
jeg
vil vi se,
ganske kort lige vise hurtigt de kastegreb, der er. Der er en almindelig baghånd, hvor man kaster sådan. Den kan også bruges som underhånd, hvor man kaster hernede. Så er der et forhåndskast, hvor man holder sådan og kaster den vej. Og endelig er der et overhåndskast, hvor man holder sådan og kaster frisbeen sådan ud.